Hello everyone again, my last reading before Christmas. Maybe like me, when the new year comes you have all sorts of plans in mind. Well, the story today is about a plan we had in the new year. I hope you like it. Ooh, can we have a ride in it? Asked the children, excited at seeing our first car, a newly acquired 8-year-old Morris Traveller. It was sitting on the drive. I didn't mind that we still hadn't a fridge, because the car I thought was going to serve us better. It was going to take us on our first holiday overseas. We lost no time in planning a trip to Riccione, on the shores of eastern Italy. There were to be 3 families, and between us 5 children. My friends with their small daughter were to travel in our traveller with us, and our 2 children, 7 passengers in all. Young, in our 20s, the world was ours to discover now that we had a car. And with the optimism of the young, we were completely unfazed by either the journey across 3 countries, with 7 on board, or the fact that we had no insurance cover for the car in the event of a breakdown. In fact, checking our journey on the European map, we were thrilled to find that in order to cross from Switzerland to Italy, we had to drive 2,000 metres up the Simplon Pass, a tunnel made through a mountain. We couldn't wait. June, let's make a list of all the stuff we need to take on this camping holiday, said my friend Maureen, who had good organisation skills. We've got 2 tents, you can have one. There's a lovely new one and an old bell tent. Look, to be fair, you choose as we're going in your car. So tent sorted, a list was made of essentials for a 3-week camping trip. Oh, we didn't realise how much we'd need, we both echoed as the list grew longer. Airbeds, bedding, towels, cooker, table, chairs, tin food supplies, and clothes for 7. At that, John, Maureen's husband, intervened. We've forgotten the blow-up boat, we can't go without that. This was an obvious point, as we'd planned to camp on the beach in Italy. A quick decision at the last minute was made when it became obvious that the car and roof rack couldn't take any more. So we abandoned the chairs. Why did we need those refinements anyway, we reasoned. It was the start of the summer's holiday as we piled into the loaded car to make the journey down to Dover to catch the ferry. And there was a sense of holiday fever in the air. It was all new and exciting. The sight of France in the distance, our attempts to practice our schoolgirl French, and the kids, eyes opening wide on hearing a language they couldn't understand. Leaving the ferry port at Calais, we stopped briefly for a roadside snack before driving to Lausanne, where we were to pitch our tents at a mountain camp. "Are we nearly there?" kept ringing out from the back seat of the car, from the kids perched on laps. Chugging up an unlit steep track up the mountainside really tested the old car, but we made it. Now the kids could run about and stretch their legs while we set up camp and inflated the boat to go on the man-made pool, the planning and the long journey behind us. This, though, was the first stop on the way to Italy. After a 2-day stay, the tents came down, everything packed away, and off we set for the Swiss Simplon Pass tunnel. You may say that we were a bit foolhardy to attempt a 2,000-metre climb in an overloaded car, but I promise you that it felt exciting. That wasn't until my friend's husband sent out a warning. "Watch out, check the dials, the engine's overheating." And it was, seriously. Never doubting that it would eventually cool down, we all sat at the roadside, where the mountain views more than made up for the minor inconvenience. Once on board again, we had the most challenging journey in front of us, through the tunnel, down the other side, into Italy, and around Lake Como, heading for Milan. Did we really camp for one night on the intersection of 2 motorways in central Milan? We did, and we actually cooked a giant spaghetti meal for us all, with squealing of brakes, motor horns, and the roar of motorway traffic all around as we bedded down for the night. It was bliss the next day to arrive on the beach in Riccione, where once more we set up camp, the intention to stay for a couple of weeks. Camping, eating and sleeping on the beach for Mediterranean tideless sea may sound perfect until you find that the sand burns your feet and that your 7-year-old son refuses to come out of the sea, spending all his time on his lino bed. 2 days later, I horrified my friends by saying, "Let's go back to the mountains." Oh dear, we'd come over 1,000 miles in 5 days, and now I was asking them to go back. Credit due to my friends, they agreed, and we set off. Sometimes in life you have to make difficult decisions, but returning to Lausanne gave us a wonderful holiday completed by the most spectacular thunder and lightning storm bouncing around the mountains, lighting up the skies. I never held it against my friends that the new tent they loaned us let in water. I hope you liked that story, and thank you for staying with me until the end, and see you in the new